How to flatten the stomach belly without eating less or working out more. I'm going to cover the exact workouts and nutrition to flatten and tighten your tummy, drop fat, and tone up, regardless of where your metabolism is at, your hormones, how recently you've had children, or what you've tried before. So happy you're here. I am Jessica Joy. And if you're here, I'm guessing you probably tried a lot of things already, but various things could be happening, whether you're losing weight, but then you gain it back, or there's a stubborn belly pooch, or maybe at this point it seems like it's not, you can't even lose weight, or you think you may have diastasis recti. The truth is, most women do not have the right workouts and nutrition protocols to get the results they want. And I'm going to walk you through them here. And what ends up happening is women are putting in a lot of effort, but it's not creating the fat loss they want. It's not helping them lose the belly. And that can change. So for me, I spent 5 years doing what I thought was right, doing things like working out more intensely, eating less, tracking calories, eating more protein, doing everything I thought was right. And I could lose weight by cutting calories or cutting out the latest bad thing, but I would always gain it back plus some. My tummy pooch ended up getting worse where it looked like I was pregnant, but I wasn't even pregnant. That is just belly there. And I'm exercising 5 to 7 days a week. I'm eating healthy most of the time, but that belly was not going anywhere. And it was super frustrating. And I was on a mission to find the root cause solutions to flatten the belly, because deep down I knew it didn't have to stay that way. I just needed to figure it out. And so I deepened my knowledge. I got more certifications around deep core metabolism, body recomposition, and behavior change. And I crafted the FEM metabolic method, and I've helped over 500 women lose the belly sustainably. So we're actually going to start with the workouts, and then we'll go to nutrition. So most women focus on workouts that contribute to a bigger belly in the long run. So let's talk about this. So traditional core exercises, intense circuit style workouts, doing more cardio, or doing strength training with light or moderate dumbbells. Now, I'm not here to knock any exercise, but I am here to say if you want to flatten the belly, the type of exercise you're doing matters. Okay, so all of these ladies changed the type of exercise they were doing, and some of them worked out less than they were. Okay, first, why do crunches, sit-ups, and planks not flatten your belly? Here's why. These exercises, there's different parts of your core musculature, right? You have your six-pack or your rectus abdominal muscles. You have your obliques. You have internal and external obliques. And then underneath this deepest core layer is called your transverse abdominals. Under here is also your pelvic floor, though it's not really shown. So planks, sit-ups, crunches will strengthen your rectus abdominals and obliques, but they're not targeting the deep core. So these aren't going to tighten your waistline. They'll get you a stronger core, which is wonderful. But when you strengthen your deep core, it will tighten up your waistline. Okay, it's like your own inner corset. We'll talk about that more later. All right. Next, intense circus style workouts. A lot of ladies love their Orange Theory, F45, HIIT workouts, Burn Boot Camp. And honest moment, they're limiting the tone and shape your body can get. They're fairly stressful on the body, and we need to reduce stress on the body to release fat, especially in perimenopause and menopause. They don't focus on quality deep core engagement, which contributes to a tummy pooch. And they'll contribute to your appetite increasing a lot. So it's really easy to just eat back the calories you burned. It can just wear you out, and you're not going to build enough muscle to really look toned. So another thing a lot of ladies will do is more cardio. And just burning more calories doesn't build the muscle and tone and shape your body. It's not going to help flatten the tummy. It contributes to more of a skinny fat look. Now, cardio can fit in a balanced workout routine, but it's not the first thing you want to focus on. Okay. Most of your fat loss will come from nutrition, not from wearing yourself out with a lot of cardio. It's much easier than we think it needs to be. All right. Strength training with only light dumbbells. Okay. While these are good, And the problem is, in order to continue seeing progress with your tone and shape and increasing your metabolism to burn more fat at rest, you need to continue progressing the weights that you're using. This also greatly increases fat burning hormones like testosterone and HGH. So the fat comes off. Your body will respond differently to a workout that uses heavier weights, which will support fat loss. Okay, so you won't look bulky, especially if you shred the fat on top of it, you'll look toned. And that comes from nutrition, which I'll talk about. So let's talk about what works. We've talked about what's not working, what does work. Two key elements: restoring the core and strength training with progressive overload. For example, this was me working out 5 to 7 days a week, eating mostly healthy. This was me changing the workout style. Okay, I'm the same weight on the scale, but my shape is different. My tummy is way tighter because I shifted the protocols. Okay, so first, core restore system. So if somebody has diastasis recti, otherwise known as ab gap, we want to do exercises that will close that. Next, we want to strengthen the deep core. This includes your pelvic floor and transverse abdominals to tighten the waist. Also, we want to optimize posture. There are certain posture patterns that will actually contribute to a belly pooch that will not go away until you optimize your posture. So that's a whole nother training, but you get the gist. So you want to prioritize strength training with progressive overload. And something that we do in our workouts that we call tone and shape workout plans is we target shaping a really feminine figure and enhancing a feminine figure. So flatter tummy, lifted shape bum, toned arms, legs, and back. So this can be done in 3 to 4 workouts a week, 35 minutes, but you want to focus on sets and reps with rest in between the exercise. And you want to make sure you are gradually lifting heavier. Okay. If you're using the same dumbbells over and over, you're going to be frustrated with your results. Also, you want to work in a rep range that is lower than 12 reps, where you're burning out at around 10 reps. Now, this is something that we do very strategically, but most in our workout plans. But what most women are doing are workouts that it's like 15 reps till burnout. And those have their place, but you'll find you won't ever get the full-on results you want until you start lifting heavier. When you have more muscle on your body, it will tone and shape your body more, and it makes fat loss and maintenance so much easier. A steps goal can help. So it's not about working out more. You can work out less, but with more strategy. All right, let's go to nutrition. So what most women will focus on that's not working is various versions of eating less. Cutting carbs, cutting calories, cutting their favorite foods, focusing on protein up and carbs down. And oh my goodness, don't even talk to me about some of the supplements that they're like, oh, our supplements work wonders. Meanwhile, you're eating 1,200 calories or less. It's not the supplements, it's the dramatic deficit. Give me a break. Or intermittent fasting, skipping meals, when it's from a place of wanting to eat less is a red flag. Okay, so here's the problem. This approach sets women up to lose weight and then regain it, plus some more. And here's why. So eat less for food loss, for fat loss, right? It's like cutting things out. And then after 1 to 12 weeks, typically it's really hard to sustain because it's not very flexible. You're finding it harder to stick to. Weekends and nights are getting more out of control. And when you start to eat, quote, more normal, you gain it back. So here's what's happening. You lose the fat and it takes you to a dead end. And here's why you're primed to regain that weight. Your metabolism will be slower. If you are in a big deficit, it's going to increase your ghrelin hormone, which is your hunger hormone, and lower your leptin hormone, which is your fullness and satiety hormone. So you're more hungry and less satisfied, which is going to lead you to binging, okay, and just overeating, feeling that sense of out of controlness when really it was you were in too big of a deficit or eating too little for too long, and your body just wants to survive, okay? So your body's more stressed at this point. And where do you go from here? Okay, typically you can't sustain it. Your metabolism's slower. You start eating more and you gain the weight back. Then you're like, oh gosh, I got to get this weight off. And then you do some other version of eating less, right? So shoot, what do we do? How do we change this pattern? That's why you're here. It's not all about eating less. There are seasons where you need to eat more, and it is paramount. Okay, so what does work is something I call metabolic fat loss phasing and a flexible fat loss framework. Okay, for me, I yo yoed for 5 years, and this is me doing exactly these protocols. For 5 years, I've sustained it, and I love it. Okay, so we have a fat loss phase. Okay, moderate caloric deficit, making sure you're getting enough food and flexible, like you don't, no food restrictions. After this fat loss phase, you go into a metabolic restoration phase. This is where you're gradually eating more. But just like your metabolism downregulated in a fat loss phase, you can upregulate it in a metabolic restoration phase. So your body is gradually learning to burn more. So this is a phase where you're focused on maintaining your weight while gradually eating more, gradually lifting heavier. It's going to help reduce stress hormones. It's going to increase your leptin. It's going to help you build some more muscle, get your metabolism up. And then at that point, you can go into another fat loss phase, and you always finish it with the metabolic restoration phase so that your body you can eat more and maintain. Okay. And then the next phase that we like to teach people is how to maintain and how to mindfully eat so that they can maintain their weight without any food tracking. We use food tracking to really like get the job done while supporting your metabolism. Okay, so this phasing is how you can end the yo-yo. It's key. Now, the other thing you want to pair this with is we want to end restriction. Restriction, we know backfires. You just end up eating more later. And you create a bad relationship with food, and it's miserable. So here's what we want to focus on. You want to make sure you're eating enough of the good things and the right things, enough protein, enough carbs, enough fat. While, it's like we don't want to be overeating, of course. So I like to focus on 80% whole foods, 20% like enjoy the special occasions, enjoy the chocolate and chips. I have them on the daily. It's just a matter of that 80-20. So women getting education on their macronutrient needs is the most empowering thing that they can do for themselves. And then they choose the foods they want to eat. So we use a phase of tracking macros to really educate and empower them and take the reins in their fat loss while supporting their metabolism. Now, you don't have to track forever. It's just an intentional transformation phase and learning phase. So with all of this, you make sure you're getting the right portions for you. This is huge. This is the make or break. The amount of food, it makes all the difference when you want to change your body composition, when you want to gain muscle and lose fat. Otherwise, you could just gain some muscle and never lose any fat. Okay. Next, we want to have some balance with your favorite foods so that you're creating a lifestyle that you can stick to. It's not like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until this fat loss phase is over and I can eat normal again. That's a red flag. You're going to gain it back. Then we want to create a positive and empowered relationship with food where you always have the power and not food. All right. So I hope these gave you keys as to the shifts that you can make to reach your goals and really flatten the tummy. One of the big reasons why all of this works so well is because it supports your metabolism and your hormones. When your metabolism is optimized and your hormonal balance is optimized, it's going to help reduce fat in the midsection. So 2 things. I also have a gift for you. But first, this is something that is all delivered in the Femme Metabolic Method. It's how our clients lose 2 to 5 inches off their waist in the first 90 days within our program and maintain it. If you want support with this, just DM me more info to learn more. And then lastly, all of this information, while it is awesome, it can be challenging to apply because how you move forward from here is going to depend on what are your biggest contributors to your stubborn belly. Is it your nutrition? Is it your workouts? Is it your metabolism? Is it your hormones? To be honest, I don't know until I have more information about you. So I want to offer you a flatter tummy quiz that comes with a custom blueprint where it's going to help me identify what are your biggest contributors to the stubborn belly. And then I will prepare a customized blueprint for you on what you need to do to lose the belly. I will deliver that to you on a 15-minute call so you can start getting results. My only thing is, if you schedule this call, I want you to decide that you are going to implement what I am teaching you. Okay, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time, but I am willing to show up for you and deliver this blueprint if you know you are going to work on implementing it. So that is available to you. It is a life changer. So all you have to do is submit the questionnaire and schedule the call, and we'll see you then.